For the right to head down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 58, it's NFC Championship time. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Once more, Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Throwing here, Howell. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 29.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They just get the play off. Now Prescott going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Here's Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And he's got some space here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. First down, and it's Pollard again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now it's 2nd down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. This a 27-yard attempt here. The kick by Maher is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go again with Gibson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Powell from the gun. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Now maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Going to run again here with Pollard. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And again, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation to kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Marr able to put this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Powell throwing on first down here. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Powell. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Powell. Buying time to his left. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And
this is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Prescott. And this one is incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's taken at around the 40.
35 yards that time on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that, with a Super Bowl. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Down, Prescott. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Elliott running right. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Now Prescott on 4th down. Being chased out left. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Now, all through this one, they've had nothing but success throwing the football and in the passing game. Here we are in the 4th quarter. The time you'd think they'd be running the football, they're still tossing it around and having great success. And it appears a whole lot of fun as well.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, they are going back to the Super Bowl as we sign off and say goodnight, everybody.